Can you please raise your hands? Somebody would have had breakfast today or nobody's had breakfast? Have you had breakfast today or no? Nobody's had breakfast today?
No.
Seriously?
Yes.
Okay, my God, this is, I must say, I'm quite shocked. So, when Kellogg's had done, two years back in 2013, Kellogg has come out with a India breakfast habit study. And we picked up a very interesting statistic. It said that 1 in 4 people don't have breakfast every morning. But what I'm surprised about in this room is that nobody's had breakfast, right? So I'm also surprised right now.
In Eastern India, we have the habit of having rice before we leave for work. Your family, your wife or your mom, make sure that rice is cooked with whatever you like, having bhat, dal, posto, and you'll be ready for work. Maybe some of you will be sleeping in the car or in the bus before you get to work and maybe miss the bus stop as well. So I think breakfast is probably the most important part of our meal, especially when you want to have a healthy body and you want to stay slim. All of us want to stay slim, isn't it? Whether we are 55, 60 years old or whether you're someone like me who's forced to stay slim. We must all remember that breakfast is one of the most important part of your diet. As the dietitians say, that as the day progresses, as we go towards the night, you stop having a lot of carbs and you eat less. And you start eating more and start eating less as the day finishes. So breakfast, as I said, is important. And I'll tell you one story when we were playing for India. And I'm sure even if it's in the process now as well. The test matches used to start very early. The test matches in India used to start at 9 in the morning, at some venues at 8:45 in Calcutta in the winter. And we had to leave the ground at 6:40, leave for the ground at 7 o'clock in the hotel. I remember playing one-day matches in the western part of India, which used to start at 9 o'clock, and when you woke up and you left the hotel, it was still dark. Because in places like Baroda and Rajkot and Saurashtra, it stays dark very late in the morning. It's not like eastern part of India where the sun shines early and you see the sun pretty early. And we were told by our coaches that breakfast is the most important meal. You have to be in the breakfast, the entire team would have to be in the breakfast table 20 minutes before we leave, and it was a mandate. It was a mandate that if the coach was supposed to leave at 7:30, you had to be at the breakfast table together at 7:10, spend 20 minutes, have breakfast, because they felt that when you had breakfast, you woke up, you were mentally ready because there was food in your stomach. The gap between the dinner and the next big meal, lunch, was too much for an athlete or a sportsman to actually perform. And as we all know, and Kellogg's is one of the very common brands in everybody's household. We invite one of you to come and have a spoon of Kellogg's with milk and get you going for today, and hopefully for the next few days you'll keep going. Kellogg, once again, thank you for having me as a part of their brand. They've had Saina, who's been an outstanding athlete for India. She's a badminton player and she's very highly rated in the world. I think she's just slipped from #1 in the world rankings, but she will get there. So it's very important. It's an important thing, and I'm very proud to be associated with such a brand. Hopefully they can meet your requirements and hopefully they can serve your purpose, because all of us are in a rush in the morning, and instead of cooking your rice and your porridge or your whatever other breakfast you eat, this is quick. You put it in a bowl, put milk, eat it 10 minutes and you're on the road ready to go for work. Hopefully you will follow the diet program, hopefully you'll follow the breakfast schedule, and hopefully you'll eat Kellogg's and stay healthy. Our motto is to keep all of you healthy, keep me healthy, keep Harpreet healthy. He needs to be healthy for sure. He needs to lose a few kilos, and then hopefully Kellogg's can little more. Now I'll ask him to spell it. Spell it, read it up and spell it. Spell it good. Now I'll ask him to pour it in this big bowl to see the color. So the color is, it's a golden yellow color, which I'm sure you must have seen it. Now I'll ask him to put a bit of milk in it. Or you can take a little bit and put it in the bowl and then put milk in it. Some more. Okay, now put milk in it. It's also a demonstration how you should do it in the morning. Some more milk. It seems that he's not a milk person. Now, take the spoon and eat it. One more. Pick it up, yes. Put a bite, put a big spoon in your mouth. Little bigger one. Is it crunchy? Yes. So you agrees. So the questions he'll ask me is a lot simpler. So he's agreed to the smell, he's agreed to the color, and he's agreed to the crunch. That's what we are here for. Thank you.
Well, that is lovely. Another, I have a question. Is it the first
Stages of our life, most of our lives. And I remember in my early stages when I used to eat at 8 o'clock in the morning, I used to order for morning tea and biscuits, have it and leave. And that's how our life started till we realized what's the importance of breakfast. And as I said, Kellogg's cornflakes is definitely a part of it. When you're in UK, you see it in the cupboard. When you're in Calcutta, you see it in the cupboard. And actually, it's healthy. That's the most important thing. Instead of a lot of us which we eat, especially on Sundays, as most of you have holidays on Sundays. So your Sunday mornings in Calcutta could be jalebi and chingada. For a lot of Bengalis with tea. So this is a much better option. And it will keep the stomach down. I found Obi little difficult to bend down and pick the bowl up. You actually pick the bowl up and then have it. So if you wanted to go down and pick it up, have Kellogg's. I think it's affordable. It is not that expensive. Yes, there's always a way of trying to help individuals. And I'm going to put it more than athletes. It's about individuals, because very few athletes in modern day sporting world will suffer the lack of nutrition because of a lack of supply of food. Now, sometimes they suffer the lack of nutrition because they don't know what to eat. They don't know what to eat and when to eat. That is more of a problem than just being lack of food. Yes, when you go to the villages, when you go to the common masses, there will be 10% of the people who cannot afford a 100 rupee meal. So from that point of view, yes, that's a possibility of Kellogg, for Kellogg to go into the deeper areas of the society and see what they can do. I'm sure Harpreet will probably update you on that. But if it's just 99 rupees and it's got vitamin C, it's got no cholesterol, it's high in iron, it's high in vitamin B, and as I said, for someone like me, it's 99%.